Hi, my loves. How are we doing? All right. I haven't done a long reading in a while. I just never got the time, but I'm back. So I really want to do a past, present, and future of you and this person. Sorry. Something like in my throat, sign blocked throat chakra is going on. So somebody wants to speak up, but they can't right now type of ordeal. But yeah, sign again. There's been a release that's just happened. Something's about to be unleashed. This kind of feels communication. Good grief. As soon as I started talking, it's like a giant blockage going on. But yes, anyways, past, present, future of this connection. Okay, so per usual, guys, I go long and detailed for a reason. So if this doesn't apply to you, sit right with you. You just don't want to hear what I have to say. That is okay. And like I always tell, all my collectives, I'm here to confirm what's going on, not tell you what's going on. Okay, so let me just actually start with the past. I really want to know what your guys' past history looked like, and then I want to get into current and blah 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 and all that whole shebang. So let me just kind of see, what does the past of this connection look like for this collective? What is the past? How did you guys meet? What is going on? What did the past look like for you guys? Okay. Ooh, so I got the Sun in reverse and the King of Wands in reverse. Let me actually kind of... Oh, boy. Off to... So then Eight of Cups and Knight of Wands both also in reverse. Let me channel this. What's interesting is then I got the Queen of Wands in reverse at the bottom of the deck. Makes me feel like this is a connection. You guys... I'm kind of hearing both. Either you guys never really got together, like ever officially became a thing. It was more just a fling. Or if you guys did, this feels very short-lived. Let me make this so clear. This is not a long-term connection. Not even a little bit. There was literally not too much commitments here. And again, this is not a mystery to this collective. I feel like that you knew at this particular time, again, this is the past, that maybe your person was still hung up on somebody, that they were just getting through a breakup. Kind of makes me feel like you met this person when they were in their... boy, gender doesn't matter, by the way, on my page when I say that, when they were in that phase. There's heavy fire energy coming out of this. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, heavy. Yeah, and this could be this person. And I feel like this person maybe wasn't the most loyal person. Not, I will say they like cheated on you or anything. But again, it's not a surprise. You guys weren't really fully connected. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. It wasn't a shock. Like maybe it kind of feels like when you guys first met, it felt like friendship energy almost. Like maybe you were helping this person through a dark time. And again, I feel like emotionally they were still hung up on somebody. So they kind of were... Boy, maybe you guys were just very superficial at the time. Maybe you guys were just friends with benefits. Maybe you guys did have that kind of relationship, in the start. But I feel like for this collective, again, you were aware about this. Wasn't like, oh my gosh, are you serious? You knew. I felt like this person made it very blunt to you. They were still tripping over somebody, or they were still hung up on somebody. And I feel like in a lot of ways, this collective, you really did try to heal this person. And again, like I said, I have to make it clear with all these reversals, this was not like, oh, we were together for 8 months. No, it doesn't even feel like you guys barely even know each other. This kind of feels, again, very friendship, very superficial, and... Or even then, it's like you guys were just chill with each other. There wasn't like awkwardness. Like you guys were maybe good friends when you guys first met. And maybe you did try to help this person out. This is automatically giving a story of you both in a funny way weren't meant to fall in love. In a funny way. Like you weren't, I don't think this collective, you were looking to fall in love with this person. But definitely this person wasn't either. And I feel like over time... You guys have built up this energy of, oh my gosh, maybe I am in love with this person. Let me see more. What's the Sun energy in reverse? Five of Pentacles, as I said that, somebody got kicked out in the cold, and I feel like this person honestly didn't treat you, kind of did take you for granted, I will say. It's kind of, I already know where this is going to go. I don't think, unfortunately, this person caught up to their feelings towards you until after you guys either separated or while I will say, unfortunately, while you two were together or affiliated with each other, whatever verbiage you want to use, this person they did take you for granted. I don't think they meant to. Again, that's where I felt friendship, one night stand. Again, heavy fire energy, a lot of lust is definitely, you guys definitely started your guys' relationship off of lust. And again, if it didn't, it's like, again, friend vibes, like very back off, but Knight of Swords in reverse. That's where I'm saying I felt like this person kind of mainly used you for emotional support more than, could it be physical? Sure, but it's more emotional. Like they constantly went to you for advice. They constantly went to you on how to get over this person, and you did help them. But I felt like when the script flipped, they were not there for you at all. There's a lot of like masculine energy, but again, there's a lot of reversals here. This person was, again, no secret to you. You met them at the most wounded spot of their life. They could have been at rock bottom. Even I'm hearing financially. Maybe I'm hearing like they lost their job. Like they lost a lot. Let me see more about this Five of Pentacles. Six of Wands in reverse. That's what I'm saying, a stream of bad luck. But I'm going to be honest, I feel like it's this collective too. Yeah, the World in reverse. There's always been unfinished business here between the two of you. It's kind of cute, but it's kind of sad. It's like, I feel like the both of you have truly, but as I said that, the Empress, I feel like it's the both of you. I think this person was still emotionally tripped over, an ex. You could have been at one point yourself, but for some of you, maybe this is a memory too. This person could have lost their job. Maybe at one point you lost your job, or that's where I'm saying with this Empress energy. Holy crap. But I will say, this person fell in love with you, but they suppressed that in so deeply. They looked at you as the Empress. Are you kidding me? But as bad as it sounds, yeah, the High Priestess. Yeah, this feels very, huge trigger warning, huge, and this won't apply to everybody, but for some of you, you could have dealt with a miscarriage with this person. That could have been another sign, because I'm staring, and maybe that is another reason why you guys like parted ways. That won't apply to all of you, but that could be for some of you. I'm so sorry. Again, trigger warning on that. But as bad as it sounds, like your person, at the time tripping over an ex, they really thought that ex was like their twin flame, the love of their life. And I think when you showed up, it confused them. They were like, everything got very confusing. So I don't feel like your guys' connection at the beginning was very lovey-dovey at all. Again, the most I'm seeing it took off was very lustful. And again, I feel like it was very superficial. This person really treated you like a coping mechanism. Do I think that's how it ended off for them? No, it doesn't. That's where I would say with the High Priestess, they really loved your mind. It was more than just like your body, and that's where I'm saying this feels very unfortunate when you guys first met, because did this person treat you that way? No, but this person loved your wisdom, the way you attract things into your life. You never chase things. And like I said, the both of you could have went through a very difficult time when you guys first met. So in a way, I'm seeing two broken people that met at the completely wrong time. And like I said, it's no secret to this collective, because I feel like this person was very blunt, that they were not into romance. They were still broken. You guys met each other at the darkest times of your life, especially with that Sun in reverse. What's this Knight of Wands in reverse? The Devil. Yeah. As I said that, you guys have met at the darkest times of your life. Very lustful between the both of you. That's where I feel like you guys were very one night stand, friends with benefits. And again, what's this Empress? Let me confirm this Empress. The Lovers. That's where I'm saying they fell in love with you. But unfortunately, I think this person's biggest shadow, the struggle, is they couldn't detect the difference. I have to cover this up, sorry. Lust versus love. And I think I feel like your person got everything backwards, but so did you. I think this person thought that their ex was love and you were just lust, when it was the other way around. Same thing with this collective. But I do feel like this person abandoned you, I'm sorry, because there was seemed to be very little reciprocation. I said that the both of you I said the both of you could have been dealing with a miscarriage. For others, I don't feel like the both of you dealt with that, to be honest, because I always say if someone huge trigger warning, if a person abandoned you during literally the worst, that is not an energy I would say you should want back. That is terrible. That's just my personal opinion. I'm sorry. I feel like, unfortunately, this collective, though, and maybe even this person too, maybe you guys have dealt with miscarriages with like other people. I don't think it's with this person particular. I think in a way with the lovers here, you literally healed from this crap you dealt with in the past, because you see how the both of them are like in a funny way holding each other, and there's light. It's like you both literally healed each other in a certain light. I think truly, I'm just seeing this person just left. I don't think they did anything let me make it clear, like over the top toxic. Let me confirm that, devil, because I'm just seeing like their biggest problem was they just could not commit to you because of traumas. The Chariot, as I said that, okay, that's a big confirmation. Like I said, I have to say, I don't think you guys dealt with that together with this person. I think that maybe you have experienced that, unfortunately. Maybe that is something you guys, true trauma bonding. I will say you and this person kind of did. But like I said, it's like in a way, this person, you were both each other's safety net in a funny way. Let me see, why did this person not reciprocate back to you? Five of Swords. I think this person helped you out in some form or fashion. I think maybe I'm talking to a collective. You overthink a lot. You overanalyze that. And I think, unfortunately, this person did make it worse for you. I think there was something with your intuition. You caught up that this person was going to abandon you. They were going to leave you behind. And they did. And I feel like this person really did teach you to kind of listen to your own intuition, because I don't think you really did with this person. Because, again, I think you both had this habit of confusing love over lust with each other. Bottom line is, I do feel like it's a mix of both. I feel like now I have a feeling with the present context of things, now things have turned over into love, but unfortunately, the both of you really did come into each other's lives at like the worst circumstances. They made it clear to you they were not over an ex. And I think with this collective, you have a lot of fear when it comes to being abandoned. And especially if I brought up miscarriage, or you just have had a stream of bad luck when it comes to love along with this person. It seemed like the both of you had a lot of things in common. But with the Chariot, I feel like in a funny way this person did push you to leave the materialistic world behind. I feel like this collective, you did choose spirituality, whatever that case is, whether it is what I call the craft or religion, or you really did turn to source of some form or fashion. Okay, and I feel like this person has went through their boy phase. Is again, gender doesn't matter when I say that, but that's kind of what is coming out of here. Let me do one more for the past. Oh, Ten of Cups. Wow, that's where I'm saying, like, oh, this is so sad. That's where I'm saying I feel like, Adome, there is some form of trauma going on here when it comes to miscarriage. I feel like both of you are guilty of fear. In a way, I feel like, yes, this person did not reciprocate the greatest to you. In a lot, I feel like they did abandon you, but there was a lot of self-sabotaging going on within this collective. Got a notification sign. I feel like there is truly a fear of both of you being abandoned. But yes, as much as this could break this collective, again, this connection never took off. I feel like this person has always been on your mind. Yes, it could have broken you. It could have hurt you. But I think when the both of you left each other's lives in a funny way, it's like you both got confused. Okay, why am I still hung up on this person? This person just used me just to help them. Why are they on my mind? I think this person's going through the same thing. There's heavy, like I said, there was heavy fire. There's Cancer, Capricorn, Gemini, Taurus. There's a lot of signs here. You know, Gemini energy represents the twins. And I feel like maybe this could be about like a twin flame situation, literally. You feel each other in every form or fashion. And that's where I'm saying I feel like, you know, usually I talk about collectives, you know, when, you know, separation happens, you know, the feminines just break down into pieces. I don't really see that for this. I just feel like you're like, why am I still on this person? Why? Because like I said, I don't think this person, let me make this so clear. Because like I said, I don't think the two of you experienced a miscarriage. I feel like this person just left or they just ghosted you, just went rogue. I don't think this person did anything over the top. It was just like, why am I hung up on this person? Cool, we got through, you know, I feel like you guys left knowing, okay, this person helped me through something. It felt like more a pleasure. But then again, when things separated, it's like, why am I still tripped over them? It should be done. You know, it felt like a mutual thing almost that went down. Okay. That was the past. Like I said, if that didn't clarify if that, you know, like I said, that should clarify the reading big time. Like I said, that's not how your guys' past looked like, not your reading. Okay. But let me now get into the present. I really now want to see how do you both feel about each other at this particular time. So, you know what? I thought about using this deck. Now, I'm going to go back to my OG one. I want to use this one. I really want to start with this collective. I want to see how do you currently feel about this person, okay? And let me see what is going on. How does this collective, how are you feeling about this person as of right now? What's going on now? You start with 4. Okay. So I got desensitized. Yes, absolutely. Inner turmoil and then runner. Whoa. Again, this is how you feel towards this person. One second. The bottom of the deck, I got Divine Feminine. There's dogs barking sign. You know, you could be hearing dogs barking as you're like listening to this. I feel like this is you. I feel like, again, I feel like this is kind of a funny connection, I will say in the nicest way, because the both of you kind of ran from each other. That's where I feel like, yes, it could have hurt you when this person left, but it didn't like tear you apart, because I feel like now this person's catching up to you, where I feel like it's the opposite. When this person ran from your life, whatever, what's new? Because again, it didn't feel like the two of you guys took off romantically. The closest thing to romance you got with this person was lust. Okay, I don't think there was ever expression of I love yous or I'm catching feelings. It feels very, very mutual. And that's where I was just feeling this connection feels confusing to this collective, because you're like, why am I still hung up on this person? Maybe this collective, you do have a bad habit yourself. I'm hearing you could be a drinker. Like maybe you do like cope with, ever since this person left, I feel like internally it has bothered you more than you have let it on to be. Because I feel like you in your own right with the runner, because I rarely see this come out for the feminines, you're trying to avoid this connection right now. Nope. This person, just like, I feel like as bad as it sounds, you're kind of demonizing this person. And I don't blame you for it because of how superficial your guys' relationship was. But I think you really are labeling this person as they're just like everybody else. They just use me. That's the end of it. When in reality, I think feelings are catching up to you. I think the feelings have been there all along, but it's like you tried to avoid it. And I am bounded physically, mentally, and spiritually. I feel there is no way out from where I am. I feel imprisoned because of my own doing. I'm trying to fight my inner demons, but it's just so difficult at times, sign. So maybe, I don't like using that word inner demons too much, but that's where I'm saying you could be literally desensitizing yourself right now to try. And that's not a way to detach, guys. Detach is, you know, you have to kind of just sit with it. And I think, and for some of you, you could be and that's cool, but I feel like you do it the most when you think about this person. Why? I don't know why this song hit me. Lips of an Angel by Hinder is very significant. My girl's in the next room, but sometimes I wish she was you. I feel like that's more on your person side, but for some reason that song, I feel like you cried to that song. Maybe you get really sensitive. You've been sensitive to music recently because of this person. Just saying. Things are catching up to you. Spiritual practices, that's what I'm saying. This collective, I will say, this person has beautifully like pushed you into your spirituality. I just said that at the beginning of this reading. So sign, yeah, dark night of the soul. That's what I'm saying. I feel like honestly, this collective, right? I feel like this is you right now. Again, this is present energy. I don't think you're feeling too hot right now, and it's because of this person. I think this collective, as bad as it sounds, you just need to sit and be like, I'm in love with this person. You don't need to do anything, but I think you're trying to avoid that, and it's literally causing you inner turmoil right now. You know spiritually there's something up, and I think it bothers you really that you still love this person. You caught feelings, you know they're your other, and I think it scares the crap out of you. I'm truly seeing two people that have been through some shit when it comes to love. You both, unfortunately, yep, I'm getting chills as I'm saying all this. You both have never been loved properly ever, including your own family. That's what I'm saying. I think in a lot of ways, this collective, you could really label, your person as more of a trauma bond, and you don't, I feel like I really don't tap into feminines like this. Let me see more what's going on. Yes, absolutely. What's this? Yes. Patience. I felt beginning to read that blocked throat chakra. That is you. You need to speak up for yourself and say, I still love this person. I think there's been a lot of time between the two of you. For some reason, I'm hearing you guys have been Splitsville seriously for a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. It's been a minute. I don't think this was a fresh breakup or down that has happened. I think everything is caught up to you. Whether you've been fully realized, I think you've had patience, but I don't feel like I said, this is a different collective I'm tapping into. You're not doing that. I hope they come back. I hope they talk to me. Nope. I think this person I think if anything, you're very grateful for this person. They have really pushed you to get your together. The only thing I will tell you, if you're still desensitizing yourself, that is not a healthy way to cope. I will say that immediately. That's where I'm saying, I feel like this collective, and this spiritually, you need to sit with it, and you're avoiding it. I just uploaded TikTok collective where there is sometimes we avoid our shadow, we avoid certain, this is kind of linked towards this reading a little bit, is like you're avoiding this person scares the crap out of you. And I think the idea that somebody could potentially love you properly, that good things could come from it, scares the crap out of you. I feel like you're very hyper independent. I think that nobody has your back like you do with yourself. So I feel like for once I'm tapping into a reading where I'm talking about a feminine collective. You really are brushing this person off, and you have done it for so long. I think you have deeply cared for this person. You have wished them the best. Again, when I'm saying all this, don't make it fit. I'm here to confirm the energy, not tell you how to feel. I think you really do wish them the best, but again, it's more of the emotional part. You're like, why? Why am I? No, if this was anybody else, I would never fall for this. Why am I falling for this person? Glow up. That's what I'm saying. This person has pushed you to do better within there's that dark night of the soul. It keeps popping up. That's what I'm saying. You keep avoiding this person, and I think they're like, nope, you got to face it. And you're like, you don't. I think as soon as this collective, you sit with it, don't make it fit. I think anytime this person would pop up, you would get super emotional. You don't like, and again, that's why I brought up, you could be very sensitive to music, specifically when it comes to about this person. You don't like that, and that's when your coping mechanisms come out. Their biggest advice is find a different way to cope, whether it is meditation, whether it is practice more into spirituality. You got to face this person, understand you have feelings for them. And I think that what you're tripped over is, you're kind of doing the, why do I have feelings for them? It just simply wasn't the right time. Instead of and when I brought up that you demonize this person, it's not necessarily you labeled them as a bad person. Let me make that clear. You're just doing we kind of used each other to get over our traumas, like that was that. No, it's something deeper than that. It just wasn't the right time. Let me see more about this runner. That is you. But I know you look at this person as a runner also as well. That's what I'm saying. I think the both of you. Oh, okay. There's that dark night of the soul. Look, you notice that is magic. Magic. It just kept creeping, and eventually you're going through a dark night of the soul. You're not feeling too hot. winter time, December 22nd through February 6th, something's coming. That could have been a memory too. Winter time could have been very significant. Go Back to December by Taylor Swift is very significant to you. I think you have avoided this person for so long, and now, literally right now, boom, it's okay. I love this. And just simply admit it. I love this person. Here's the thing. This collective, it's very opposite. You have done an amazing, impeccable job of choosing yourself. I feel like you have changed. For some of you, I'm hearing you could have lost weight, like healthy wise, like you have really, been taking care of your body properly. This person has ever since, and you know this, ever since you met this person, 180 shift in your life. You have really changed your own life because you met this person. But it's more of you're avoiding your feelings when it comes to this person. I usually like to do, this is different. I usually don't tap into feminines like this. Usually I tap into feminines that crave their person. You're really not. Not saying you don't go through your moments. I think you love this person. But again, I think unfortunately you have dealt, like this person, have dealt with so much trauma and abandonment. It's really hard for you to believe that somebody could actually love you properly, whether it is this person or anybody. And that is a part of self-love you need to work on. And it's sad because it's kind of sad you really don't believe somebody could treat you properly. You really do feel like you're on your own. No, I think you and this person both have gone through similar experience separately. Now let's get into your person. How do they currently feel about you? I'm going to use the same deck. I'm just going to use the same deck. And then we're going to get into the future. What is the outcome? All right. How does this person feel about this beautiful collective? How does this person feel? How does this person feel about this beautiful collective? Start with 4. Oh my gosh. Shut up. Spiritual practices, they got the same thing too. It's what I just said. You both are going through similar things. Now, they may not, I guess, believe in the same things I guess that you do, but I think they're just now waking up to spirituality of some form. Maybe at one point your person never really, why do I feel like your person was more of like an agnostic, or maybe they really did have a negative attitude towards source or whatever. Like they really felt, well, I'm kind of getting like your person was like a Bruce Almighty at one point. If you've seen that movie could be significant, but at the beginning, Bruce, he had really a negative attitude towards God, and he always felt like God, my nose started itchy when I talked about your person. So sign, your nose could be very itchy right now. That's so weird. Right when I talked about your person, it's very itchy. Anyways, this person could have had a really negative attitude towards God. They felt like the world was against them, and maybe you were like Jennifer Aniston trying to calm them down. And that's kind of the image I'm getting. Maybe your person really was just a negative Nancy a lot, okay? But then acquiring knowledge, that's what I'm saying. They're learning. And I also got juggling and soulmate right there, okay? I feel like your person is still in the midst of a lot of responsibilities. That's why I feel like winter time is going to be a significant time period for this collective of what's coming up. This person could have been in and out of your life very much, but yeah, they're looking at you as a soulmate. See, I feel like that, this collective, you're like, why? This person's waking up to this connection. I'm going to be honest, what is this juggling that is going on? Let's confirm this juggling. Difficult differences. That's where I'm saying right there. Differences of opinions, ideas, and love. Differences in status, money, power, culture. One awakened while the other isn't. You both are in a funny time period. Hold on one second. Sorry, it's so weird. When I started talking about your person, my nose got very, very itchy right there. So sign. That's where I'm saying, in a way, you both are awakened, but you're not at the same time. You both are coming to an awakening. It's actually about this connection. Your person, it's actually about what this connection really is. I think they're trying to understand that it is much deeper than just a soulmate. They know you're a soulmate. I think they know that. But at the same time, I think this person like used to reflect back in the past when you guys would first meet and definitely did the we can never work. That's where I'm saying this collective, there could have been truly a difference. I'm hearing an age. There could be an age gap. I always say true twin flames. You guys have a big societal difference between the two of you. I feel like for one, it's age. But I'm seeing, like I said, you guys could have had a religious difference. But again, the biggest difference, I feel like, you know, you and this person kind of did butt heads at one point. And I feel like, as bad as it sounds, again, like this person was still hung up over an ex. I feel like this ex and you were two different people. And for some, I feel like, as bad as it sounds, I feel like this person feels guilty. It's like they really judged you at one point. They really labeled you in a funny way, like you guys could never work. It had nothing to do with your looks or your personality. It was more on surface level stuff. Again, like it could have been to do with spirituality. Like I said, I think this person used to have a negative attitude on that. And maybe this collective, maybe you were getting into spirituality. You were learning, and this person was just really like, about it. Like maybe this person at one point, not resented you, but they really felt like you looked like you were crazy. Really, you looked up to a higher power. You looked up to your ancestors. Like, what do you mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it was a difference in attitude the both of you have. And I feel like this person is learning to calm down, believe it or not. Yeah, learning to be fulfilled in life. Are you kidding me? Acquiring knowledge, divine timing. That's where I'm saying, like, and then I also got spring. May 6th through June 20th could have been very significant. I feel like this was a memory because, again, with that divine timing, there is something I feel like this springtime they could have gotten themselves into, you know, some form of spirituality. I feel like they're trying to figure out who they are, you know. You want to know what the two of you remind me of, personality-wise? The story is so sad. You watch the movie A Day to Remember. Or A Walk to Remember. Because she was... that it's kind of a difference in attitude, again, what I'm seeing. Because if you watch the movie, again, it's a very sad movie. But he's kind of, like, mean. He was very negative. He was very, like kind of part of the bad boys, doing, like, clicky stuff. And she was, you know, a pastor's daughter. She was a Christian. She was a good girl, you know. And she was very positive, even though, of course, you know, you see in the movie why she was so, but that's kind of the energy I'm getting. Like, maybe it was literally that, but that's kind of the difference in attitude. Like because I'm getting the scene when they're on the bus together, and he was like, you know, she's holding the Bible, and he's like, your precious book, and like, she's kind of like, hey, don't talk to me like that. That's kind of the level of what I'm seeing between the two of you. And maybe for some of you do practice Christianity, for some of you don't have to, but that's what I'm seeing. Maybe this collective, you really believed in you spirits in the world, and this person did not. They resented it. They pushed it away. They thought it was evil. And I think that, yeah, literally divine feminine, they looked at you as you were crazy. What do you mean she has a positive? I don't mean she, because gender doesn't matter. You know, she has a positive attitude on everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it's kind of given a little bit. False flame. That's what I'm saying. This person, they try to run from you too. You may think you found the one, but they wouldn't cause you so much stress if they were. Wake up and realize our connection is the real deal. Wake up and realize our connection is the real deal. You may have think you found the one, got notification sign. So I'm saying they probably, for that juggling, spent some time doing no, my ex is the one, my ex is the one. And it's like, no. I'm channeling a lot of movies. I'm also getting the movie Playbook Silver Linings. It's with Bradley Cooper and Jennifer Lawrence. Because that movie is about him tripping over an ex-wife. In reality, Jennifer Lawrence was right there the whole time. That's all, you know, those movies are that's what it's also giving as well. That's what I'm saying. Like, I think this person's now going, oh my gosh, they're the one. I love them. There's springtime again, but now we're getting March 20th through May 5th. That I feel like is a big memory. I'm going to be honest, I think they've woken up to this connection since spring, but again, I got the beginning of the reading blocked throat. Why is this person not spoke up sooner? Why? Let me do what else is going on. So I got Capricorn energy. I did say that earlier. There's heavy Capricorn. I was too focused on my career and my goals. I took you for granted as I said that and expected you to wait for me. Unfortunately, you knew you'll be waiting forever. I'm sorry I never put you first. The moment I laid eyes on you, I knew. I can't explain how I felt, but I knew it was meant to find you. Faithful encounter meant. That's what I'm saying. I think springtime, they've been like, holy crap. I think this person's already admitted that you're the one, you haven't yet. So in a way, you both are blocking each other when it comes to the 5D. 3D, you guys are on point with everything. 5D, this collective, this is so backwards. Because usually I'm talking about masculines who need to admit it. No, I think this person has admitted it. They're like, I love this person, but I think they're very invested in their career. I think they're trying to figure out this connection more as far as, no, it's something much more deeper than a soulmate. What is this? Outer turmoil. Yeah. Let me, so that's how this person feels. I want to see, just to double clarify, is the X out of the way. I'm actually going to use this deck. No, just kidding. I want to see more of, is external factors cleared out of your person's life? Because I think that's another reason this collective, you've stayed away, is like, I'm not going to, be getting super close to them if they're hung up on an ex. And that's another reason. I think this collective, you are also using logic. Well, logically, we can never work because they're tripping over an ex. Why would I get close to them? That's not fair. So I got ordeal, awakening, and then sundering. Wow. So 15, 14, and 40, those numbers could be very significant to you. Oh no, that it's cut off. Something about the blood moon is very significant for this collective. No, it's like your person's doing I finally woke up. I think your person was really, and I mean this respectfully, maybe, reflect back when you were kind of giving this person advice. Did they seem a little delusional in a funny way over this ex? Because that's kind of what I'm feeling. Maybe this person was really tripping over an ex that could seriously care less about their life, and then they were still like, no, they love me, and that's kind of what they were really like going nuts at one point. And let me see why. The color red is significant. Apotheosis, number 37. One second. I just think that this person, your person, seriously put up with like the worst ex known to mankind. I'm seeing a lot of stuff. And sometimes, unfortunately, and it's not our faults, when we have been so brainwashed into manipulation and you really start to believe that is your normal. And maybe at one point this collective, yes, I do feel like this person backed off of you, but maybe at one point you got tired of hearing of it. Like maybe at one point you kind of put this person in a corner and say, why do you want something back that literally treated you the worst? Where I feel like, because I usually don't tap into feminines like that. I feel like this feminine, when you dealt with trauma, you were very logical, but your problem is you don't believe in good. You don't believe good things like this person could really come in your life. I think this collective, you have this mindset, the moment someone treats me bad, I'm out. And again, it's because you're used to it. And it's not a bad thing. You know your worth. And I think I think that is why this person is very drawn towards you, is because they respect you. You have respect for yourself. And I feel like you are a tough cookie, where this person, I think they dealt with an ex that made them feel so freaking vulnerable. They had nothing to grab onto, and they confused that with love, when in reality, that was a trauma bond. I know, like I said, this reading is kind of confused, but it's very like, it's this card, you both awaken. It's like, but it's the both of you. You both have woken up and realized This connection really taught you both something very beautiful. And I think the both of you demonized each other of, nope, they're just going to use me. They're going to abandon me. No, reality, you both truly empowered each other separately. There is a memory, I know this may be TMI, of like lingerie. Because again, I'm getting very like lustful energy. Maybe this collective or this person, again, genders don't matter here, but maybe like there's a memory you got like really like spruced up for this person. Made them, you looked good for this person. This person, I'm seeing two people who drooled all over each other. Like, I know this is kind of talking about like, are they over the ex? But in a way, I know that I'm usually don't like saying this, but this lustfulness that because I will say that what the two of you had was spicy. It's like you both, that is what woke you both up to each other, was the lustful parts of it. You guys fulfilled each other in ways nobody did. And again, I feel like maybe this collective, I brought up lingerie, specifically the colors, like maybe this person, I don't know why I'm hearing this person liked you in white or pink, like very feminine colors. And I feel like this collective, you were very like submissive to that. I know 18 plus reading, I'm sorry. But like, I think this person really, I feel like you both fulfilled each other in ways that literally nobody did. You both knew how to make each other feel good. Literally and figuratively. Because even though it's talking about, they're saying the ex is done, they're going back towards you because you both literally are rising from this. And again, I think you guys have been in on and off separation for quite some time. But now let's get into the future of this connection. I really want to tap into December, because I feel like something, possibly January, I feel like something is coming in and out. I will say, if this person's in your life right now, stop sleeping with them. That's step number one. If you want to catch up and like stop, okay, I always tell that even to my personal clients, let them be, let them go figure it out if they're in your life, okay? But let me see what is going to happen winter time for this beautiful connection. Because I will say, I love the both of your energies, despite of, again, the whole, like, avoidant thing. I feel like the both of you fit very, this has been one of my favorite readings, because you guys, I'm rooting for you both, is kind of what I'm saying. What does December look like for the both of you? Oh, wow. Okay. So I did get the Four of Swords, the Fool, and then the Hierophant right here, the Hierophant. And at the bottom of the deck, I got the Five of Wands. Okay. Again, I feel like the both of you are kind of avoiding something, as of right now. It really depends how the next few months is going to go for the both of you, if you're willing to surrender to this connection. And again, it's the both of you. This person needs to let go. And I think they're juggling, again, with that Five of Wands. I'm feeling like what's in the way is like career, life, just very mundane stuff. I feel like is very much in your guys' way. But the thing is, I feel like this person's using that as an excuse not to come approach you, because they're trying to figure out the deeper meaning behind this connection. But I feel like you also have not admit, oh God, I'm in love with this person. This is divinely guided with the Hierophant. It's all like literally they're in control right now. It's like up in the air. With the Fool, yeah, you guys definitely do have that potential to start over. Shut up the King of Pentacles. Let me see more about this King of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles, there's that juggling, and then there's that Ten of Cups in reverse. This person, I feel like as funny as it sounds, it's going to be a snap of a hat. What is a bigger priority to them? And I feel like it's no longer, this person has a problem with juggling. Now it's not about the ex. It's about, well, I got to get a house, I got to get a career, I got to get myself stable. And I think they are, I will say, I think this person is a hard worker. I think they are very much, this person could be a Capricorn. They are a big hustler. They may be a little bit of a workaholic, but they're still having that right now of not putting their heart out on the table. Yes, they love you, the connection's there, blah, 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 blah. But again, yeah, there's that Ten of Swords right here. Ten of Swords. Six of Pentacles. They need to make a decision. I think it's your person because there's a lot of masculine energy, which is really nice. What's more important to them? And I'm hearing actually it's guided for the both of you to do, though. You can have both. You can have your career. You can have your partner. You can have it all. And I think you and this person have this habit of, well, one's got to go with the Ten of Swords. No, it's all about balance. They're not making you choose between anything. There's your Ten of Cups. As I said that, shut up. They're not making you choose. You can have it. It's up in the air. And it really depends on the next few months for you guys. Because like I said, this is kind of December. This is, could very much be up in the air. It can work out for you. There's the star right there. I have to cover her up. She's nude. Okay, but again, take your time with this for right now. Like I said, I feel like this collective, it's not going to be an overnight thing of, okay, I'm ready for this person, come here. It's not going to work like that. But your person also needs to be in this belief that it can work as well. You guys are still like in avoidance right now. Until things could come out avoidancy, yeah, your Ten of Cups moment will be there. Let me do one more. There's your Nine of Cups, but pride and egos are in the way. And then there's the Moon. As I said, it's up in the air. I knew this bad boy was going to come out. There's that Page of Cups. The both of you are still operating emotionally immature right now. And again, it's nothing wrong with that. It's part of your healing journey. But I will say, which I don't think that's what this collective's doing at all. But if you're expecting this person to come roaming or about, no. I have a weird feeling this person is kind of in and out of your life even currently. And I wouldn't be surprised if they're not. They will come back sooner before December. Personally, slow pace. I still want to be open to emotions until the both of you are ready. This is kind of a matter of, I feel like, free will, really, is what is bubbling down to. Literally, the only things that are standing in your guys' way is yourselves. It's not an ex. It's not a job. It's mindsets, literally, with the Four of Swords. It's your own mind that's blocking you guys. If you could get this removed, I could see you guys having a beautiful life. Look at that. Start over. Your guys are willing to give you guys a clean slate, but it's up to you on that case. Let me actually try. Let me just kind of confirm this actually with this deck to see what does winter time going to look like for the both of you babies. Okay. Okay. And then at the bottom, shattered. I got isolation, glow up, envy. That's exactly what I'm saying. New opportunities, new career, successful business. That's what I'm saying. Mundane stuff, you guys are very successful people. When it comes to surrendering, you both haven't hit that point. Until you guys hit that point, I feel like you guys are always going to feel a certain way towards each other. What is this argument that is right here? What could you guys argue about? Trapped, stuck, no options. And then there's that lust. That's where I'm saying my personal advice, guys, no, don't hook up with this person, especially if you're at a spot where you're uncovering certain truths with the Moon energy about, oh my gosh, I think I'm, falling for this person. I think this person's it, but I don't. Personally, keep that to the side until you guys get your emotions in priority. You guys could be friends. You guys could talk. But I do also feel like, again, blocked throat chakra, you guys need to speak up and talk to each other how you feel. Can you guys have a conversation without having funny expectations on each other? Because that's more what I'm seeing is the biggest blockage. And I feel like that is what's keeping you trapped and why you guys keep demonizing each other's because, if they're going to have expectation. No. Say, hey, this is how I feel. No, it doesn't have to be that deep right now, but I am putting it out on the table. Both of you are sitting in true fear. And again, it's coming from a place of trauma. So in a lot of ways is that, ask yourself this collective with that isolation, self-inflicted, rejected. Have you really, gone through your past the way you thought you have? Because again, like for you, as bad as it sounds, I hear this a lot. No, I'm over my past. It doesn't trip me up even more. Really? Because those things are still affecting you from moving forward in your current energy. So have you gone through enough and saying, okay, where is this stemming from? Where is this coming from? Same thing with your person. So it's kind of like, really ask yourself, yes, you guys have grown up together separately a lot, but have you guys really maturely moved on from your past? And it's more of getting through that fear, because it's all about trap. All of this negative crap is all about, this is all fear. Nothing has gone down yet. Because like I said, I always hear that, people always tell me, oh, I'm scared of this, that, but I'm over it. I'm not bad about it. Yes, you are. Otherwise, that fear would simply not be there. Let me do one more. There's that wishful thinking, right? But I will say, I mean, it's very black or white. If you guys won't have a discussion, if you guys are not, and again, I feel like for right now, like I said, actually, for this reading, leave a comment. I wouldn't mind, because this feels so up in the air. I will do another collective like this actually in November to see, distance right here. Okay, ghosted, separation. That's what I'm saying. If you guys can't have that conversation, you guys are not going to make it work. If you guys are constantly going to sit in your homes and rock back and forth and be like, oh my gosh, they're going to use me. You guys will literally never get anywhere. You're letting fear consume you. Leave a comment, but harmony, that's what I'm saying. You guys can make it, but it's all a matter of free will. I could do an update reading in November for the both of you, okay? Leave it in the comments if that's what you want. But right now, they're kind of advising the both of you. You still need isolation period. You still need to confront certain things. Again, you don't need, and that's the thing, you don't need to do anything. It's simply sitting with these emotions. And I feel like this collective, you have a tendency to do that. No, I sit with everything. No, you don't, because there's still a little fear. I feel like toxicity still consumes you. I think that you are still in this mindset that you think this person's just like everybody else, but I think this person does the same thing with you. Why? Because there's been a lot of burned bridges, not just with the both of you, but with people of your past. I think that you really villainize each other. Until you guys could get through that block, you guys will never move forward, okay? Do I think this could have a potential being a beautiful relationship? Absolutely. Do I think the both of you have improved each other's lives? Absolutely. And like I said, don't make that part fit either. This person has grown up a lot, and it mainly has to do with their security. Yeah, but there's that exhausted, burned out, burdened, empty. I feel like there's a spiritual exhaustion going on, okay? But like that's, continuous bad cycles. That's what I'm saying. Like if you guys are going to be in this loophole, nope, they're like everybody else, you guys will never move forward, okay? All right, this was actually a beautiful reading, but let me know in the comments if you want another reading, like I said, in November. Like this is kind of like it'll be like a part 2. Right now, you guys got to do some more shadow work. That's the biggest thing. Like I said, if I see anything coming forward, it won't be till winter time, but I'll do an update one at the end of fall, okay? What is this? This is initials, first, last, middle names. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. So I got TOPADGLZHKEZXUJNO. Juno. That movie Juno is significant. I don't know why that came into my head, Juno. Significant memories, birthdays, upcoming ones to think about. Okay, so I got the 18th, the 27th, the 10th, the 16th, the August 22nd, 1 week or a week ago, the 5th, the 2nd, 2 days, 6 months, spring, and the 19th. Okay. All right, now let me get angel numbers. These are angel numbers you're probably already seeing. Okay, I'm only going to do a few of these. So I got 1818, 2002, or the year 2002 could be significant. 0303, 222, 2020, the year 2020. I'm hearing you could have met in 2020 for some of you. 2121 777 0550 and then 1313. All right. I hope this helped, my babies. Until then, you take care of yourself and we'll talk soon. Bye, my angels.